Damn!
Podcast.
Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy Duya at the Damn Duya Show, and this is the first episode. I'm with Ruben Carrasco, the owner of Pachucos Barbecue, and he got his right-hand man who's on his left side, Jaime. I didn't get his last name.
Del Campo, bro.
Jaime Del Campo.
From the field.
That's his manager. That's
That's why
his,
he's so short.
is that what that means?
From the field, yeah.
That's, okay, well, you learn something new every day. So, what's up, guys?
Man, thanks for having us. Thanks for being here and inviting us to your first show. I appreciate it, and we're excited for you to be here in Pachucos.
Well, I appreciate y'all letting me shoot my first episode with y'all at y'all's spot. Like, walking in, it's, okay, jump back real quick. It used to be Johnny's Barbecue.
Yes, sir.
It does not. Now we're Pachucos Barbecue. Is it Pachucos Barbecue? Is that the name, or is it just Pachucos?
It's just Pachucos. We sell barbecue. We just have barbecue on the menu.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't smell like old men in here anymore.
Shit, oh, man.
Like, I used to come to here a lot, like, back in the day, and, like, it just had a distinctive smell, not of barbecue. It was just, like, just older men and just
musty.
musk, like the ran brute. But,
Spilt whiskey.
so I wanted to start off with the history of Pachuco. So, Facebook is a thing that you just link up with people. And I was doing my weatherman shit. And I don't even remember how I started following you, but I ended up at Eccentric Brewing. And we went there for just, I don't remember, me and my wife went to go drink.
Yeah,
and
catfish.
And you and your wife were out there
Yeah.
cooking, and I was like, I've seen this truck before. I've seen this guy before. I think I follow him.
Yeah.
And just right off the bat, like, you knew who I was, and like it was a mutual thing. Like, I knew who you were, and said what's up like it was nothing. My wife's like, well, do you know him? I said, I don't know him, but I know of him. So what's the history behind Pachuco?
So, I mean, that starts since I was a kid. Like, I always cooked, always had to cook out of necessity. And it just developed into a passion, especially like becoming a young father. So I had to like learn how to make all these dishes and cook, you know?
Yeah.
You can't afford to go out and eat this and that. So for me, that really was like my safe place when I'm chopping vegetables, stewing some stuff together. That's what I really love. It centers me and calms me down. And you know, the story is real deep, especially with my brother. That's why I have this picture up on my wall. He's a big part of this story. So 2019, I was leaving Schlumberger. I had been there for several years, worked my way up, stacked some money. And we were talking about starting a business together. We talked about making a carpet company, but he wanted to do like a cougar coffee shop where he just has a bunch of older dads working and shit.
Oh, I thought you meant cougar. Like, I thought it was number older women going in.
No, this is like where like older ladies would go to get their coffee and so like that's how far like our ideas were about our different businesses. And he was like, you know what, Junior, because this is what my family calls me as Junior. He's like, you know what, Junior, just make your food truck, bro. Like, which is crazy because I was 35. I always said, hey, by the time I'm 35, I'm gonna have a food truck. And it happened. Talked me into it. I went around looking at different food trucks all over the state, really. And then I finally found Pachuco in Las Cruces. So literally, like that next week, I went to go buy it. You know, and that's where, you know, the happy story kind of ends, because the same day I bought that truck, the same day we became a legal business is the same day he passed away.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so he's a big part of this story, and, you know, it is sad, and but there's a lot of little Easter eggs, too, in that story, like with, like, the Jeff burger. That's his burger because that's how he ate.
So that was the Jeff burger. It's on the menu. So that's how you remember, like, not remember, but you keeping your brother alive through your business because y'all know that y'all were trying to start a business together. What's in the Jeff burger?
That's over a pound of meat. So that's three third-pound patties, double bacon, triple cheese, and only ketchup. So the only like food restaurant history that I have is my first job was at Whataburger. And I remember coming off a third shift, I went home and I made him a triple meat, double bacon from Whataburger. Only ketchup, that's the only way to eat it. I woke him up like at 7 in the morning. He got up and ate that thing in like less than 10 minutes. So since then, that's all he ate, really.
That was his.
And that's why it's called I Got Jeff. Like him and all his buddies, all his friends. Like if you went out to drink with him or go to eat with him, you're gonna eat a lot or you're gonna drink a lot. And it was all called I Got Jeff. That's where that comes from.
Hell yeah, man. That's badass. So, you said you worked at Slumber J. Like, how does that go from working Slumber J? What did you do at Slumber J?
I was just a frac hand, and I worked my way up from the bottom all the way to pretty much the top, you know. And
so
I did it really fast.
So going from oil field to working in the food truck, that had to be a culture shock, or nah?
To me, it all relates. Using common sense, hard work, and having patience, and be able to center yourself and put in the work and to believe in yourself. You know, I had a goal. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna. When I went into Slumber J, I had a goal. I want to make as much money as I can, by as much hard work as I put in. Because even the times when it fucking sucks, you're learning because nobody else wants to do that, right? So even it might not benefit you right then and there, but now I know I went through the paces. I went through that shit, and if I could get through that, I could get through a lot of things. Yeah, you can make it. So, Jaime, what's your history with Ruben and the restaurant here and?
Oh man, I met Ruben when I started Dead End Food Shack. I didn't.
You guys had just left Basin Burger.
Yeah.
We're starting that up.
And man,
I hit you up for the food truck battle.
For the food truck battle.
I hit you up too for the food truck battle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. Because I was like I was gonna host it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I didn't know what I was doing. That's what. None of this stuff I know what I do. I'm just doing stuff.
You just go, huh?
Yeah.
No, he invited me over there. That's when I met him, man. And after that, we just started talking. I'd hit him up at the food truck. Man, this guy can cook.
But you can cook too, though, right?
I try, bro. I try.
Okay, so when it's just y'all, when it's just y'all here, y'all have the menu there.
Yeah.
And like I know y'all are back and forth because I feel the energy y'all have between each other already. So you're constantly talking shit. What is y'all's favorite dish or from here that y'all like, you know what, this is my shit here?
Man, I'd say our brisket. We put a lot of time.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
We like I said, like we're not just strictly barbecue. We have way more, and we have more coming. We're gonna do some things that people haven't seen here, you know. And for the time we've put into that brisket, and where we started and where we're at now, and where it's going, I'm excited for it, and that's something we really want to be known for. But that's not all Pachucos is.
Yeah. See, because I had a coworker. He was kind of bummed out because he's older than me, so he only has certain spots that he eats at all the time.
Yeah.
And he was bummed out. He's like, damn, they closed Johnny's Barbecue. And I was like, yeah, but have you been to Pachucos? He's like, nah, it's a beaner restaurant. And I was like, it's not, bro. He's like, what? I was like, it's not a beaner restaurant, boy. Like, it's I said, just because the name represents our culture doesn't mean that it's automatically a beaner restaurant. I don't even know if y'all probably have beans. They're probably baked beans. They're probably
charro beans.
They're barbecue charro beans.
But they're not refried beans. There's no refried beans here.
We make some fire refried beans. So if we did Mexican food, shit.
Shut it down, huh?
It'd be great. It would be really good. But I wanna set this straight. Like, so people that think that, Pachucos, you know, they don't know what the Pachuco is. So we do. Yeah. So we take the basis of how Pachuco started. If you really know how Pachuco started, you know, it's people mixing all kinds of different cultures, the jazz from the Mississippi and Chicago, the way they dress, the sound, you know, their style, their swagger.
Yeah.
They took that all together and made it something that's theirs, right? When we got here and we started doing food and stuff, we didn't really belong, right? And we're not from here, but this is our home now. I really enjoy living here, and that's why we made our business here. So it's very important. So we take that whole idea, and especially we're from El Paso, we take that all and we make our own, just like the way that Pachucos started. So with all that together, we're creating our own lane. We're doing what we want, how we want, and you know, we hope people love it because we put a lot of time, heart, and we think about this stuff a lot, you know. Not only that, we invest in our people here.
Yeah.
You know, we're growing, and you know, it's very important for me to invest as much as I can into them because they are people. We're not just a restaurant. I'm not from the restaurant industry. I don't teach this treat this like a restaurant. So when you come into my doors, like, we're gonna give you respect. You know, we're gonna do our very best, but we're all people here. So that's the way we treat it, you know. And I hope people recognize that. I know with Jaime, he brings tons of restaurant experience, and you know, I'm very humbled that he's part of our team and our family, right? Because he tells me every day, no, we got to do this, you got to do this, and I'm like, shit, dude.
Shit. Okay, so you brought up respect. You know, that's a big thing in life, period. You know, you have to be respect and give respect. It's not like gangster type shit, but it's just a common courtesy as respect.
Yes,
so
sir.
have people officially from the grand opening, how long have y'all been open?
Since December 2nd, 2022.
So have people given y'all's respect about being Pachucos and stopped comparing/complaining that this is Johnny's barbecue?
I don't think that's ever gonna stop. It has, but we've had more good than bad. And you know what I tell these guys: if you live for what's great, you'll fall for the negative easily. You know, and we take those things. We take those things and we listen to them. But at the same time, look, I know how long this restaurant's been here. I know, like, if you're from here, you've seen this restaurant almost every day. You pass it
every day,
and you know it's Johnny's Barbecue. I don't take that lightly, bro. Like, that's why Mr. Hagney's still on my wall. That's how much respect. I didn't know him.
Yeah.
But I can feel it when I come in here. For someone that spent 60 plus years in one building, you feel it, right? And that's why, like, on the wood, that's the original wood up there. It has Mr. Hackney's name stamped on it from when he made the order.
Hell yeah.
I love that shit, and I feel it, and I don't, like I said, I don't take it lightly. And I hope we're giving the place the life and vitality it needed.
Yeah.
Because it was for so long just, oh, it's Johnny's, you know, Midland staple.
It was already stagnant.
You know, and that's where it shouldn't have been, you know. So I hope that we bring a new vitality to this, and we bring respect to what was here before. You know, we're not Johnny's, we're Pachucos, right? And now if I wanted the easy road, I could have just took over Johnny's and start doing that, you know what I mean? But that's not us, that's not our business, that's not my legacy.
And people would have even been more pissed off about that shit because they would have been like, oh, they came in, changed it all up.
You're not gonna please everybody.
You can't please everybody.
What was the first thing I told you guys about when I brought everybody on? The very first thing, it starts with what? Respect. Respect.
Yeah.
You gotta respect yourselves before you respect anything we're doing here. And that translates to all aspects of your life. And if you can do that, you'll be able to do that here with our service, with our food, amongst each other. But you gotta respect yourself first. And that was very important. And I hope that people understand that when they come in.
Well, that's kind of why I wanted to do my first pod with y'all, my first episode, because like you said, you drive down Big Spring every day. That's Johnny's Barbecue. That's Johnny's Barbecue. Now y'all's sign, the mural outside, like, it's catching attention. Like it you gave this building life again. Like, you walk in, you're like, damn, look at all this art. Like,
it's all local.
It's all local art, like you said. And like, I was looking because you have this whole mural right here on the wall, and then she has her information down there, like that's badass. And the funny thing, I was telling Jaime earlier, I said, but I'll save it for the show. My dad used to work here at Johnny's Barbecue.
Really?
And I actually called him while I was in the parking lot waiting to get the actual details of the story, because I know he worked here and I know he got fired from here. And so I was like, I said, hey Dad, tell me again, because your parents' stories, they stick in your head about that when they did this and they did that. So hopefully my kids, they remember my stories that I'm telling them and shit. But my dad used to always tell me that he got fired from Johnny's Barbecue, and I was like, all right, cool, blah blah. And I never really paid attention. But when I reached out to you, I was like, I want to do the pod. I was like, oh shit, I got to get my dad's story on why he got fired here. So the booths used to be right here, right? And so this was kind of like an open walkway, if I remember.
Yeah.
But my dad said that they were in the back. It was during lunch. It was the rush hour, and he was 15. So it was, what did we say? It was 1974, Hyman?
Yep, 1974.
So it was 1974, 74, 75, around there. My dad said he didn't remember he was 15 or 16.
Yeah.
But he said that him and his friend Charlie Brown were in the back, and that my dad had... I guess it was like so much a pitchfork, but the ones looks like a V. Well, he said that his friend was washing dishes, and that my dad walked by and just jabbed him in the ass with it, and the dude threw all the dishes and picked up a knife and was chasing him in the dining room while customers were here eating. And my dad, like on the movie, said he was throwing people's plates to avoid getting stabbed by his friend or whatever he was going to do to him. He was going to cut him, but he said that they fired him on the spot, and he's like, man, he said, I really liked working there. He said, we'd eat all the brisket all day, the leftover food. And so, it was just, when I was like, that's a funny ass story. Like, I got to get it in there with them.
And there's...
Ricky?
Yeah, we love hearing all those stories.
Yeah.
Man. There's some really good stories out of here. Like ex-presidents losing $4,000 in the back shooting dice.
Oh shit!
For real, like some serious, like some real cool stuff. Like, and that's like, this is the kind of energy we want to have here. Like, people come, we know your name. Hey, you want a whiskey? You know what I mean? Like, we're not. We want to add it to the community, and we really want to give the downtown. Downtown is being revitalized, but that ain't for everybody. Like, I can still go there, but here, anybody can come in here and feel comfortable, have a great meal, and just chill, and that's it. That's all we want to do.
So speaking of chill and being comfortable, do y'all have a secret menu?
Probably you bring me some whiskey, I can make you anything you want.
Because there's a lot of restaurants, like you said, when you worked at Whataburger, you made that burger for your brother.
Yeah.
I worked at Wendy's, and same shit. I made this dope ass chicken sandwich and blah blah blah. Of course, it wasn't on the menu, but it was on my menu. So I'm not gonna get into the secret menu because then you got to do a knock and something like that to figure it out. But I guess I was just saying, like, when y'all are in the back cooking up stuff, y'all are just trying different things, and when y'all try it out, do y'all try it amongst yourselves? Do y'all try it out with the crew?
All the time. That's where all those 5 new dishes came. We have tons of ideas, and that menu is pretty big for what we're doing. And we're always thinking about, hey, let's do this. We have some really crazy menu items that we want to do, but we need people to trust us.
And we got to pace ourselves too, because we got 30 items on there.
That's our palate. We just, man, that'd be like Cheesecake Factory. They have pages and stuff. You got Italian, you got Chinese, you got what the fuck, Russian soup, what the fuck, and that's how our menu.
Yeah, you got Puerto Rican, Korean, tacos.
That's the beauty of our menu. Like, we're not bound to anything. We can do anything and everything.
And that's why it's not Pachucos barbecue. Because y'all it's Pachucos, but y'all also sell barbecue.
We want to have great barbecue. Don't get me wrong. We invest in a lot of time.
Oh man, that brisket, like you said, most of our time has gone trying to make that brisket better. Yeah. Every day we're like, well, let's try this. What can we do? Let's try this.
Yeah. So we're just trying our best.
So I know I've chopped it up with you about this before, and I don't know if you've brought it up with Jaime, but y'all seem like y'all have a great relationship on food and ideas and kicking it back and forth.
Stabbing each other in the forehead.
Hey, it has to happen like that because if there's no shit going down, then something's not right. But I know you've been working because we've talked about it online, and I know you've been working on it to battle the staple of Big Red and barbacoa in the South. See, there it is.
I knew you were gonna.
You knew it.
Nah.
So I know you've been working on it.
Yeah.
And you want something to represent us because how long have you lived here now?
Since 2012.
So basically, you're from here already. That's what I tell people when they're here longer than 10 years. You're from Midland already. So you're from here. You're from West Texas, and even you're original West Texas. You're the furthest West Texas there is. You're El Paso.
That's West Texas. Yeah, they don't say this. Yeah, they don't even say West Texas. They just say we're El Paso. That's it,
And so have you got that ball rolling on what you want to make? Because it's going to be hard to somebody to say, hey, you know what, this is a staple for West Texas because barbacoa and Big Red are the South, San Antonio, all that shit over there.
So my thing is look, you got some great places in this area, Brantley Creek, Evie Mays, just in this whole area, everybody's trying to do. But they always say it, Central Texas barbecue. Oh, this, that, and that. Nah, man. What are y'all doing to put this area on the map? Anybody can do that, and then all that is the seasonings and the type of wood you're using.
Yeah.
I'm into what's new. I don't like to doing shit that everybody else is doing. And it's hard with food because so much of it has been done. So, with the barbacoa, we started doing barbacoa on Saturdays. And it's smoked beef cheek. And, we smoke it and then braise it. Fucking awesome. But, I feel like it's been done already.
Yeah.
Especially with the Big Red. I like Big Red. I love Big Red. Red Flash.
What about Big Blue?
That one's good too.
Hey, Big Blue goes though. Yeah. I don't interrupt just because I like Big Blue.
Yeah. No, they're delicious, man. But we'll probably do it. I'm just bullshitting. We'll probably do it. But because I need to get the juices flowing.
Yeah.
To what's really gonna set us out. And with our flavors, we have such a melting pot in the Permian Basin of different people coming in. Not only from the people that are from here, because they're their own people there themselves.
Yeah.
But you have Nigerians, you have Russians,
Cubans,
all kinds of Cubans. You have tons, and so we have a great opportunity to turn this whole area into a food destination.
Yeah.
And that's hopefully what I'm inspiring a lot of people to do is you can do whatever you want. And if you're making your dishes, don't just do some what the people here will like or you think they like. They want what you know how to do, because they haven't had it before. So that's what I'm hoping more people will do, and especially with some of the higher end restaurants that are coming in.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they respect the people that come in here and know what good food is, because we do.
Yeah.
And don't just throw them some lazy menu because they don't think it'll sell. We're proof of that.
Yeah.
Look what we did in 3 years.
Yeah.
Our biggest seller is Korean loco moco and mofongo. It's a Puerto Rican dish. But, man, those are good.
They're great. And that's flavors that, we're
not used to
from here.
Yeah.
And it's been a hit. It's one of our top sellers. So I hope that the people starting their businesses either, aren't afraid to do that, and hopefully we can inspire our stuff. We're not perfect, but we're just going to do stuff that we feel we love and the stuff that we hope people will embrace.
So I know y'all been super busy with the actual shop here. I know y'all are busy.
Yeah.
So have you got back into the food truck?
No.
Do you turn it on?
Every now and then.
Okay, you got to turn it on. Get that motherfucker warmed up.
That shit's funny, bro. We brought that truck over here. This guy had a shoelace stuck to it for a throttle.
You can't find parts for that thing. You gotta make them, bro. Jale Chicano.
Hey, you know what's badass though? Another story. My brother-in-law, he drives dump trucks, belly dumps, all that shit.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, Junior." Well, he calls me JR.
Yeah.
He's like, "JR." I said, "What's up, George?" And he was like, hey, did you know there's a food truck called Pachucos? I said, yeah, I've seen it. The engine, they got it parked at my mechanic shop right now. And I was like, what? And like, he took a picture at like, cause I guess they are getting a new engine in it or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna have to try that shit out. I was like, yeah, for sure.
I need that engine back. I need
Okay.
that fool said he took it over there. So the thing about that engine that was in it, they only made it for 2 years. And it was made by New Holland. That's why I had to change it, because we couldn't find parts for it.
Yeah.
It was the only engine that was made for 2 years, specific to that
model,
to that truck. And luckily, I found a Ford engine that would pair straight up to it. So when he took it out, I was like, "Hey, let me know when you're done, so I'll come get it," because I was gonna piece it back together, and put it on the stand to highlight it. No, this fool ghosted me. He didn't tell me nothing.
Damn.
I think because this is like a collector's item thing, kinda, you know what I mean?
And he knew he was a shit.
Yeah, so I haven't. Now that you said it, I'm gonna
call his ass.
I'm gonna be. Hey, I need your brother's number right now.
Hey,
Matter of fact, you're not going nowhere. We're gonna until I get my motor back.
damn. Hey, but I got good food here, so I'll be all right. Okay, tell him don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
But now, so that's
Can you cut it right here and then you put it up?
Yeah.
All right. I need a drink. Sorry. I came here in 2012 too, and we have both different paths, and we end up in the same place. That's what I say. Like, none of this is by accident.
I was here in 2012 for about 8 months. Then I took off to Rhode Island and came back in 2017.
Rhode Island.
Yep.
Is there Mexicans over there?
No. I met one Mexican over there, bro.
Did you eat good though?
Hell yeah, bro. We eat good. Shit. Like, man, the food, that's why I tell this guy, I was like, we gotta take a trip over there, man. The food over there, it's just.
We're shutting down this one.
We're taking a trip.
Now the food, you talk about, so I lived in Federal Hill, and it's Federal Hill's Italian restaurant. Nothing but it's like Little Italy and shit.
What is that? I don't know that code.
That's the Monaco fancy pants.
Oh shit.
No, bro.
I'm looking behind the He's like, come get him. We're gonna get this engine.
But you live in Federal Hills?
Federal Hills, yep. And there was nothing but Italian restaurants. And you go down the street and there'd be like restaurant after restaurant after restaurant.
Yeah.
I had never been to a place like that where there's like so many restaurants. And I traveled. I like to say I traveled a lot inside the United States.
Yeah.
Not even in El Paso. Not even in El Paso is that like that, the food culture. But you like the culture is like Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Guadalajara. Then you got your modern American, you got a shit ton of vegans, bro.
Yeah. I did that shit for a while.
But I'm not lying, bro. I went to a couple of vegan restaurants.
When it's done good, man. Like that stuff is, they're like taking all this shit to make hot dogs or whatever. But I just don't like that. You know, the vegans that buy all this pre-processed shit.
Yeah, because it's not natural. You're not a natural vegan. So when I first got gout, I was like, my doctor was like, well, you need to go on a vegan diet. I was like, all right, cool, I'll try it. And my cousin, he's an asshole. He was like, I don't understand how you're a fat vegan. Son of a bitch. I was like, you motherfucker. And but that's what it was. I was eating a lot of processed foods. Like you gotta, if you would be truly in that category, because I have another friend, he's vegan. Like, it's all natural for him. There's nothing fake about what he eats. And that's why my cousin was like, you're a fat vegan because you're eating all this processed shit that you don't even know what's in it. They say that there's no meat in it, or there's no cheese, or there's no animal products in it, but what is all this other shit that starts with an X that you can't pronounce? So, that's why you're a fat vegan. I said, oh, all right, good. Yeah, just.
No, bro, I had like a vegan hot dog with fried carrot, vegan bread, and kimchi, and I read the ingredients that went into it, and I was like, man, that doesn't make sense to me. And then I took a bite, and then it all came together.
And then it made sense.
I was like, it tastes exactly like a freaking hot dog.
So Ivan, what's your favorite dish to make?
Oh man. Here, Pachucos,
In general.
in general, hamburgers, bro. I fucking love making burgers. That's my jam right there.
Yeah.
Love hamburgers, dude. This is from making the bread to grinding the beef.
Oh,
to
so
fucking-
making hamburgers,
Yeah.
not building a hamburger.
Not building a hamburger, like
Making
making
it.
it. Like from start to end, making it the aioli from scratch. I mean, that's my jam, bro.
So did you learn? How did you learn to cook?
So I started off at Basenburger. No, man, I started off at Basenburger as a dishwasher. And it must have been like 2 months. I never worked in a restaurant. And that was my besides El Paso, I worked at Crystal Beach when I was like 15 years old. Which was like a Peter Piper. But that only lasted a few months. But I was there at Basenburger, started off as a dishwasher, and then worked my way up in 2 months to a sous chef. And I got to work with Gabriel Gutierrez, which that motherfucker is a beast in the kitchen, bro. And we'll chop it up every night. Pretty much the same shit that me and Ruben do here. Have a good time, bro. Fucking cook. And I got to learn there. I had to, because there was nobody else to do it. I was there, I think one time I did like about 120 hours in 1 week, bro, cooking.
God damn.
I was getting like $3,000 checks out of a fucking restaurant, bro.
And that was some years back. Huh?
Yeah, that was some years back. And to me, that was a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit. I was like, fuck, that's a lot of money working in a restaurant, you know what I mean? And it's funny because they would go back in the cameras and, is he not clocking out? And I was like, no, man, I'm just working. Like, they needed the help. So I went from being a dishwasher to making the bread to working the line. Started off on a flat top, did saute, and then worked my way to a fryer, which was, usually it's a fryer.
Yeah.
Saute, and then you end up at the...
You fucked up.
They say, hey man, you fucked up. We're gonna put you back on fries, homeboy.
But no, I worked where they needed me the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how it came up so fast. And I went to Rhode Island, and I got to work at a pizza restaurant up there, which was like on Federal Hill.
Yeah.
And then that's where I met Mike. They wanted to move me to a fine dining restaurant. Cause I'm like, you got a lot of experience, man. You shouldn't be working here at this pizza bar.
He said, I got 120 hours in the fucking Basenburger, bitch.
So I went over there and I met my homeboy Mike. That motherfucker fired me like a day in. And started working. Then I worked at a barbecue restaurant. It was called Rick's Roadhouse. And I think it was like 3 weeks that I was there. And I paid attention. I started off as a dishwasher because when that motherfucker fired me, dude, he fucking dropped my self-esteem so low. And I was like, fuck. So it was 3 weeks that I was there and everybody walked out. And I was like, man, it was one of the big dogs that worked that, I guess he was a partner for the restaurant chain that they had because they owned like 4 restaurants in Providence. And everybody walked out and I was like, man, I've been paying attention to everything. I could run that kitchen for you if you want. So I'll give you a raise right now if you don't walk out and run that kitchen. And I stayed there. I ran the kitchen, me and the dishwasher from Guadalajara. Oh, no, Guatemalan. And Saul, that guy was a trip, bro. And we ran that kitchen for him for about a year and a half. And I ended up meeting Mike again. And we went to
Fuck Mike.
I was gonna say the motherfucker that fired you?
Yeah. No,
Fuck Mike.
Fuck Mike.
No, we ended up.
You know it's all right though, Mike, because we got him here now. Yeah. See what you missing out on?
No, we ended up becoming best friends, bro. Me and the
my
guy.
bad, Mike.
No, we ended up becoming best friends. We worked together, bro. We worked for like maybe about 7 years together. And I brought him down from Boston because he was in Boston at the time. And I flew him down and I had him running Basenburger for a little bit. But Nah, dude, it was crazy being over there. Everybody walked out. I got the kitchen experience. I got to run that restaurant for them.
Hell yeah.
And then I would jump around to different restaurants they had, get different experiences. And two of the restaurants they had were burger restaurants, which was Harry's, Sliders, and it was Lux Burger. Then I went to Chomp Burger. I got probably like 10 years, bro, in burger cooking. Burger
So that's my shit. So I'm gonna have to come chop it up with you one of these days to get a hamburger. Like,
yeah.
that's how my daughter is. Everywhere we go, hamburger. I'm like, you ain't gonna get nothing else. Hamburger. I'm like, shit, all right, cool.
Try these.
Yeah, bro. I told this guy, I was like, we'll make our own ketchup, bro. We'll fucking make our own pickles. We'll do everything. Bake our own bread. Shit.
And we did, like even him at Dead End Food Shack.
Yeah.
On our food truck, we made our own hamburger buns. But it to focus on consistency and training, because I can't be there doing it all the time. He can't either. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it's fucking
It's a lot.
So that was my next thing I was gonna ask y'all, because here in Midland, you see a lot of restaurants come and go. And you know, it's like a new restaurant comes in and everybody's talking about it. Hey, this new restaurant, blah, blah, blah. And it's good for like a month, 2 months, and then it just gets watered down. The service becomes trash. So I have not heard anything, and because I follow your page. I follow the Midland food trucks. I have not seen one bad thing said about Pachucos. And so like all that tells me is that y'all's consistency is the same, because like you have to keep that same consistency because people be like, oh, that shit went downhill. It used to be good when it was first opened. So you going from a food truck in Chinga all the time, hey, because it was just you and your wife for the most part, right? And I remember like she takes the order and you're over there, and I remember you had your little window because you were like, hey, what's up? And then just back to work in Chinga. Yeah. But
it sucks, especially like when you and your wife don't work well together.
Yeah.
So like behind the scenes, we're like, fuck you, I'm gonna leave you shit. Leave, goddamn it, don't support our dreams, whatever. I don't need you. Hey. And then she'll leave because my wife don't give a shit. She's mean. And I'll be like, nah, for real, I'm sorry.
I was just kidding.
I was hot. There's too many orders. But no, so I have my hand in it, right? Mm-hmm. This is not an investment for me. And I think a lot of some of these places that come in, it's just investment properties for them.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what's different for us. Like this is the last 25 years of me thinking about doing something. The restaurant was never part of even the goals, you know what I mean? It was just I saw an opportunity and I'd be dumb for not jumping all over it. You know, I believe in myself, I believe in what we're doing, you know, and I'm not gonna let anybody outwork me. Right?
Well, you can't, because then what do you do with yourself when you're outworked?
You just gotta set these small goals. Like I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I just did it. You look up, there's so many resources and people out there that can help you, or that don't necessarily have to do the job for you, but they can point you in the right direction, or hey, tips and tricks on how to do something. Yeah. And for me, is being able to humble yourself and be like, all right, I got to learn this stuff. I'm gonna apply myself, and it's not gonna come easy. You gotta fucking work.
Yeah.
You know, we were in here, 16, 17 hours, working on this place, and the employees did it. We did this, right? So like, it was important when I was telling you, like, it was important for me to keep them.
Yeah. And
for them to do this whole ride for me. They're invested in this place.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I might not be able to pay you on what you normally do, but look, I can pay you to do this. If I don't know it, we'll learn it. If you don't feel comfortable with doing something, I'll do it, or we'll go through it together and we'll learn. And this is the product of that, right? And they're truly invested. I pay them, more than what industry standard is, and hopefully by coming into the next year, we'll have full employee benefits, health insurance, which I feel is like it's a human right when people need help.
Yeah.
Right. So if you want them to get off the system, you have to empower them, and, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for my legacy, and I'm trying to invest in the people around me If I wanted to make money, I would still be consulting in the oil field.
Yeah.
Right, but that's money don't mean shit to me. It doesn't. Like it holds really, like I saw a video today, it holds no stock for me. It doesn't make me who I am. It makes things better for you. But in the end, at the end of it, I've had more money than I would ever thought I would ever have. And in the end, I was like, this doesn't add anything to who I really am.
Yeah.
I think who I really am is doing something worthwhile and being able to make other people's lives better, right? And that's, we can see it with the people we bring in. You know, they're learning how to cook. They learn how to barbecue.
Hell yeah.
They're doing stuff. And I had the little homie Aiden. He's one of our employees. He was like, hey chef, or hey boss. He's like, hey, would you be mad if I ever left? Because I'm gonna be your biggest competition when I leave. And I was like, if you do leave, because I'm gonna take care of you. If you're right, I'm gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
But if you do leave, that's the goal. I want you to do better.
I don't want you here forever.
I want you to do better than me, right?
That's what, like, we tell our kids. We want you to do better because you don't want little Aiden here living your dream. You want him to, because you already put him on game. Oh shit, I know how to cook.
Yeah.
I can learn how to cook. I know how to do this now. Yeah. Now I'm interested in. So you're not trying to hold anybody back from what you're doing right now because you want somebody to have a food truck that turns into an actual building. And like you said, the building wasn't the goal. If it were up to you, you'd still be consulting and running the food truck on the weekends or during the week, catering and doing what you did. Yeah. But now I see it as like you said, I drive by every day. My kid goes to middle of high, so I'm driving through every day, and I look at the shop. I'm like, damn, like, because I seen that truck out there. I seen that truck moving. I've seen you out there sweating, taking orders. Your wife taking orders, giving the food out, and like, so to me, to see y'all doing this, I'm like, he's doing what he's doing at a higher level now. And I feel like you get a break, but not so much break because now you're inside. You're not sweating in the truck anymore, but now you have a bigger plate. You have a bigger order to fulfill.
It's a different journey, different like monsters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's all the process, right? And this is for me. This is not the end goal. It's not. I'm gonna keep going. That's just the way my mind works. But if I can branch these out and be like, Jaime, that's your store over there. It's completely yours. I'll make you a business partner. And the same thing with any of our other guys. If they stick it out with us and do that, like, yeah, this is I'm gonna invest in you. And if I can make your life and your family life better, I'm doing my part. Not only my life. If I can change other people's lives, that means a lot to me, right? So, when, like, I didn't know Johnny. Like, I see his picture and I know the shit he did here,
yeah,
and the impact he had in his community. They knew Johnny Hackney, right? I hope at the end of my journey, somebody sees my picture and be like, "Hey, that's fucking Ruben.
That's my fucking Ruben.
He did this, so it's an inspiration."
And the badass thing would be is to have your picture right there next to him, and be like, "Look, that's fucking Ruben. Like, that's a tattooed Mexican with a nose ring, hair slicked back, whiskey drinking motherfucker, but had his shit going." Hey, this is some good fucking whiskey though, man. As y'all can see, he's already finished his fucking cup again. So bring the bottle over here.
Bring that bottle. I got this special bottle especially for this.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Appreciate it, man.
I'm excited and I'm happy that you came through. You said you followed me. I had followed you before that. I was like, hey, shit, this dude's out here doing some funny stuff, and he's putting his town on the map. Because you appreciate what's here and you want to give some life to it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do here.
The funny thing is, I was doing that shit during work hours. Like, I was.
You just carry around them coats and shit.
So the glasses, they were my grandpa's.
Oh shit!
And when he passed away, because my grandpa had big old glasses that, and I would take them, I would put them on, and he'd get all mad, get my glasses, blah, blah. So when he passed away, I told Wella, I told my grandma, I was like, Wella, let me have Wella's glasses. And she's like, ¿pa qué? I said, just because, you know, that's a memory that I have of my grandpa with his big ass glasses. And started doing the weatherman shit, and I was like, I'm gonna wear these glasses. And I was doing them during work hours, and I got laid off during COVID, and they called me back, and they're doing the interview, and I had already been there 10 years. Yeah. So I had to go through another interview, and they were like, we're not gonna see you doing weather reports during work hours, are we? I said, no, sir. Not me. So you know, a lot of people are like, when you gonna bring Dewey Davidson back? I'm like, you know, it's that chapter's already gone. You know, it was fun, it was funny, but like, just it's not me risking my financial. Not my financial freedom, but my career over just making people laugh. But I do like making people laugh, and that's I want to come out because y'all are cool as hell. Like, the first time I pulled up to talk to you here at the shop, Jaime walked up, and he was like, "What's up?" I was like, "I'm looking for Ruben, bro. I'm looking for Ruben." He said, "Oh, all right." I was like, "God damn, what are they selling barbecue? What are they doing?" But no, man, like the shit was cool, man, and I'm glad you said about doing the podcast, man, because like I said, this is my first episode, and just I like bullshitting with people, I like conversing with people, y'all good people, you know, and just that's what it's all about, putting our community on the map, and just you can't drive by and not be like, oh man, what's in there?
It looks like a fish tank when you pass by and all the lights lit up at night. Yep.
Hey, when y'all were working during like rebuilding it, I would drive by and I'm like, God damn, that motherfucker's still working. I need some help or something. I need some money. But I didn't stop though.
Oh man.
I would have put your ass to work, man.
I know.
I was like, hey, I need help. Shit. These bricks were a motherfucker.
Those bricks weren't there.
What do you mean they weren't there?
We put those bricks in.
God damn.
That was a pain in the ass.
Shit.
We did all the electrical, lights, fans. We put all that wood.
The reason it doesn't smell musky in here, bro, is because we sanded the fuck out of the whole building.
Redid the bathrooms.
When my grandma passed away, we were cleaning her house before she passed away, and we were cleaning her walls because she had to have an oxygen tank. And we were like, well, let's clean her house and repaint it. And we're like, God, that's 40 fucking years of marble reds on these fucking walls. Love you, Mom. But either way, no, man, it looks good, man. And for anybody that hasn't came here, the brisket quesadilla, that motherfucker hits.
Thanks. Yeah.
That's I need to try out everything else on the menu, but
I just want to let everybody know too, like, if you order stuff from the back, it's not the same barbecue from the front. It's all chopped up beforehand for that day to get ready. So, like, if people are expecting, hey, that what we serve up front to be that barbecue, it's different, right? We use what we have on hand for that day, chop it up, and that's what we serve on for those dishes, right? Because we don't have the room to be able to do that. It's very limited in here. So we had to navigate those things where we can separate stuff. Yeah. And for us, that was the only way we could do it. Like, I think it's still great, but I wish I could put this chopped barbecue right then and there, but I just don't have no room for it. Man, we're very limited, and we're very humbled by the amount of people that come to eat with us, and you know, I'm very appreciative. But this is not the end for us. We're gonna expand, hopefully.
We're growing.
Yeah, we're gonna grow, and we just need to learn the business. And I think we got a good handle on it right now, but we still have to navigate a really old building. Yeah. That wasn't taken care of very well.
Oh, so, that's.
I'm constantly having to go back and fix things as much as we can.
So I don't mean to cut you off, but. So it's Sunday, y'all, and I asked Ruben to meet me here. Well, this was his only day that he could meet me here because he stays busy. And so I pulled up. He had to lock the door because that shows you that people want to come. That's about the third, fourth people that have came, shook the door on him. He's like, nah, we're closed. The sign says we're closed, but you know, you see somebody in there in a restaurant and you're like, I want to eat. Like, because we were just talking about this today, matter of fact. I live on the south side. All we got on the south side is Mexican restaurants. and now fast food shit.
Yeah.
Now they're adding another Whataburger right there where that Chick-fil-A and Wendy's is at. Like,
Yes.
no, come get yes. I want something else.
That's what we eat when we get off of here. We're all, we've been drinking whiskey and stuff. We're like, man, let's go get a burger.
Bro, we never eat here.
Y'all don't ever eat here?
We do. Like, so you get so tired of smelling the same stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you want and it's just for boredom. You just want something that's gonna change your senses, right? Food's great. Last night I made my wife a patty melt with green chiles, me and her, and we hadn't had one of our burgers probably like 2 years. Like we'll taste stuff just to make sure everything's where it needs to be. But last night, man, I made these burgers. I'm like, this is.
You didn't make me a burger, Kulo. What the fuck?
You're always eating burgers.
You eat them every day.
He does.
What is that tattoo on your arm? Is that bread? Oh, y'all got Brisket Brothers.
There's another one. There's another motherfucker has one, and we won't speak his name. He has one too. You know who you're talking about. Fuck you. I edit that out.
No comment.
I'm not editing nothing. So, okay, so I asked Hyman what was his favorite thing. He said burgers. Go to, and I misunderstood it. I was thinking building burgers, but he's making the bread, grinding the meat, all of that shit. What is your favorite thing to eat? Not here, just in general.
Depends on the day where I'm at, where I'm going. I love any and all food. Mm-hmm. Even if I think that it'll taste weird, I'm still out for new experiences. If I had to I like East Asian flavors. I like Mediterranean flavors. But for me, I can't just pin it down on one thing. That's not how I am.
Yeah.
That extends in all aspects of my life. The way I dress, the music I listen to, the way I eat. I can't pin it down because I'm not like that. I don't function like that. I gotta constantly.
It's constantly moving.
Yeah, I gotta constantly satiate my mind. I gotta feed it because then I'll just.
So you don't have a favorite food at all?
Not really. There's not like if I was like, man, I gotta eat something every day of my life. Man, I'd probably blow my brains out if I had to. Yeah. I'd rather I'll end it all. You know what I mean? Like, cause, luckily that's not. I can do that with flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
And, I guess that's why I've done so many things in my life too. I try to master it, or if I get stagnant anyway, I move on. I move to something else.
Hell yeah.
Bro, I ain't picky. I could eat rice and beans every day.
That does hit. Something that I do eat here, like almost at least 3 or 4 times a week, is our beans with a slice of toast. I'll be walking around just like dipping the bread. That's it. Simple.
My dad gets pissed off at me, and all of my cousins like to fuck with me because I don't like my food to mix. I don't like.
Oh shit! This food. He had to put aside his fucking pancakes that can't touch the eggs.
No, it's not so much. Not so much that. I just don't like bean juice going into my rice.
Really, nigga?
My dad gets pissed off. You mix it. I don't like it. I don't like it mixed. I don't like bean juice and potato salad. So like when we go to parties and shit, I'm like, can you give me another plate for the potato salad? And they chingao, and like I just don't like my shit.
Man, you're not invited to the barbecue. I'm not gonna get the 3-compartment plate.
I'll take my own plate.
You get in the flat plate.
My Nina, the one that baptized me, she called me over to her house because she was having a garage sale, and she's like, "Mira, mijo," and it was the compartment plates from school. I said, Thanksgiving, I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just don't. When you said beans and rice, I seen the look in your eyes and said, "Motherfucker likes his food mixed." But shit that's supposed to go mixed, like spaghetti, I can do that. It's just shit that does not go.
Bro, red beans and rice go together.
I can do that. I just don't like pinto bean juice. I don't like juicy beans in my rice.
I love that shit. More flavor.
Yep.
Well, hell yeah, man. Well, shit. I really appreciate y'all, letting me come out here and do this podcast with y'all, drink with y'all, talking bullshit with y'all, see y'all's relationship with each other. Because when I talk to Ruben, he's like, "Can I bring Jaime?" I said, hell yeah. I was like, I'm not gonna tell you no. I'm the one that wanted to do the podcast at your shop. But like it's, you know, because when he told
I respect what you're doing, you know what I mean?
When he told me that, I immediately knew. I was like, Jaime's his right hand man. That's his partner. That's
Hell
you know,
yeah,
y'all go together.
We chop it up here every day, bro. Every day. We have a good time, man. You gotta stop by sometime during the working hours and stuff, bro.
During work, I do have to stop and come in
We'll
here.
show you what we're doing in here, from the smoking to the cooking to having a good time, having a drink, you know?
Matter of
That's
fact,
what we do. Just have a
are
good
y'all
time.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'll link up with you. I'll get your number because I'm the worst at not
We ain't
getting
going
numbers.
nowhere. That's why I tell people, like, we ain't going nowhere. Like,
Hell yeah, I like that.
we're out of business next year. No, we're not. It don't work. The thing is, that's why I tell people, like, hey, really invest. The people that are working with us, really invest what you're doing here, right?
Yeah.
Me and my wife will be fine. Like, we own this whole property. This restaurant isn't own anything. What really is value is the property.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. We can sell it and not be an issue. So yeah, I'd be mad that my dream went downhill. But at the same time, like, all this time you're wasting your time, you know? It behooves you to actually invest yourself into this and help me help you guys.
It's the thing with me and Ruben, bro. I back him up. And I tell him every day, bro, I was like, we're doing something good, bro. We're doing something great here.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking
It's always positive.
5 years ago, bro, I couldn't fucking put out a Korean dish like that because people would like, what the fuck's kimchi?
Yeah.
Fermented cabbage? Isn't that rotting cabbage? No, motherfucker. You gotta
We still
try
get
it.
that. Yeah. I guess
Try it.
I was in the back and a customer came in and they were like, what the hell's Korean food got to do with Pachucos? I was like, well, it goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you really know who we are and what we do, has everything to do with it. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah. It's your shit.
So, yeah. And it's my business. Like, it's a trip because people kept thinking this was Johnny's. Like, Johnny, they couldn't understand why Johnny's changed into something else. Like,
Yeah.
And then I'll be up there with my wife and like, no, we're the owners. We bought it, and they still don't believe it. They just
Fucking liar.
they just think they hired some Mexicans to change their restaurant. But I mean, it is changing. This area is getting better and it's growing.
It has to change.
It's growing, and we're part of that, and we're just happy. We're just happy to be here, and we're trying to give people our best and something that's different. You know,
Fuck
and
yeah.
between both of us, that's not gonna stop. Like, just when you guys think, oh, Pachucos is this and that, then we're gonna hit you in the mouth with something else.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Hey, that's what we need here, because I've always felt like Midland, Odessa, this area is always behind.
10 years
We're very behind.
That's what I tell this guy, bro. Midland, Odessa's 10 years behind on everything.
And everything, it's whether it's food, music, culture. Like, look at our fucking buildings that they're finally knocking down.
Yeah.
And like, it's cool, but they need to do something with it, not just knock it down and make it a parking lot. Because we're at church today, and there's a dude from Calgary, Alberta.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is he doing here in Midland?
To get our poutine.
But like, there's so many people coming here, and like you said, it's a melting pot here.
Yeah.
There's so many people here, so many different cultures, and all of that shit here, and you get stuck on a Mexican restaurant somewhere that's just the same old shit. And I'm not knocking our culture.
It's good.
I'm not knocking our culture. I love our culture, our food, and all that. But like, sometimes you want something different. Sometimes you want to go into a restaurant. Like my kid, the one that dropped off the batteries from me earlier, pickiest one I got.
Yeah.
She'll come study the whole menu, and we'll try everything. My other one, they don't have chicken strips. Well, you're shit out of luck, homeboy.
That's your mac and cheese person right there.
Yeah, we went to go eat yesterday, and he was just. But I don't let him get mac and cheese when we go out to eat. I'm like, man, we got the shit at the house.
Yeah.
And then my other one, I was like, hey, what do you want? And she's like, just bean and cheese burrito. And we got beans and cheese at the house. But now, man, what I'm saying is, I really enjoy what y'all are doing here, man. that's why I said I wanted y'all to be my first podcast because like y'all are only going up. It's
Appreciate that. Thank you.
once you get to that summit at the top, the rest is just it's gonna not saying to go downhill, but once y'all I don't want to say y'all peaked either, but once y'all get to that summit, y'all know, look, we've got to the mountaintop and now we know what to do, how to do it, and how we're gonna continue to do it.
Right.
And Pachucos is that, man. Like everybody sees that red and white truck out there and they know what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's you've already became a staple in our city to me. And I applaud y'all, both of y'all. Y'all put in these hours, it's work, and it's just like I see both of y'all's minds is just constantly moving on what can we create next to keep our door rotating in and out, so they're not stagnant on shit. Well, we already had that. Like in a minute, I'm gonna taste some shit. Y'all might not, but y'all can come and try everything, and I need y'all to come try everything because this is what we need, man. And Ruben, man, appreciate you having me. Jaime, appreciate y'all, man, and shit. Like, that's a thing. I forget which people. There's some people that don't do it, but some people that do it. Appreciate y'all being on the Damn Do Your podcast. We may do more episodes, man. I want to get in the food truck and just ride with y'all.
But you gotta be pulling the shoestring.
You need a whole week course to drive that thing, man. Yeah, you gotta be like this. You gotta be like this. Put the clutch in. The clutch don't go in, and you gotta shake it a little bit.
You gotta hit them.
I was like, what the? I saw him down there in the bottom of the truck tying a shoestring. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Hey man, we don't talk about that.
As a matter of fact, you ain't supposed to leave anyways because we getting the engine back.
Yeah, no, we're turning that into a beer truck.
Oh fuck yeah,
We're
man!
gonna redo it. I'm gonna do like a lowrider paint job on it. We're gonna lower it, and it's gonna be parked right out here. So hopefully, I can. If the city lets me do a patio out here, that'll be the outside bar.
All right, well, let me know if you got any problem with the city because I know some people at the city. I'm like,
I need those shoestrings.
well, hell yeah, man. Hey, well, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Appreciate y'all watching. I'm gonna have this up on YouTube as soon as possible, Facebook, Instagram, all the good shit. Y'all follow Pachucos. I'll put their link out there, and we'll go from there. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. We'll chop you up some brisket, homie.